I have undergone 12 cycle of IVF, 8 fresh and 4 frozen cycle to finally get my twins after 8 years of trying to conceive. Hi, my name is Vatsla and I'm a social entrepreneur and a bespoke live casting artist. Today I'm here to share with you a little bit of my journey during my trying to conceive days. All right, so now I got married in year 2008, and since then it has been a roller coaster journey. I'm sure a lot of women out there would resonate with this. Waking up to a negative BFN, right? These are acronyms very close to women who are or couples who are trying to conceive. Now the journey in that 8 years was just not about trying to conceive and all that. It was also facing the community stigmas that was put forward in front of you, not only for me, for various other women as well. So after my twins were born, I started giving peer supports for those women who are in similar journey. And guess what? It didn't change a little bit, right? It was because a women's value was always put on whether she's able, her ability to carry a baby. Sometimes even worse when there are gender stereotyping involved, where whether she's able to conceive a male child, right? And I also get cases where when I ask them to go for a counseling or fertility counseling, that is after 1 year of unprotected sex, right? They need to see a fertility specialist or to the gynae to get a full assessment done, both the spouses, husband and wife. Coming back to my journey, right, the only reason I think I have finally got what I needed in the 12th cycle was my determination, and because I wanted to carry a baby to a full term. I had a history of miscarriage at 16 weeks, and that broke me in year 2012. I went into depression, and often people ask, what do you mean by having a depression after a miscarriage? And that is invalidating the pain of a lot of women who crave to carry a baby, alive in them, and finally when they get it and watching the baby not surviving end of the day, it breaks heart. So a lot of women who are undergoing that pain, who have undergone miscarriage, I know you, I feel you, your pain is valid, and yes, you deserve the same amount of empathy and compassion just like everyone else. Also, to all women who are trying to conceive, sometimes we push ourselves too hard. I still remember after my miscarriage, I went on into an IVF spree for that, I think about 6 cycle, and none of them were positive. And little did I know it was because my body wasn't ready. And I wasn't even mentally ready to conceive a child. But because of the anger and the pain that I was carrying in me, unhealed and unresolved, I went on to challenge myself when I was just not ready. And I wasn't able to speak about this to anyone. Today I tell women, if you're not ready, take rest. I'm not asking you to stop, but you need to take rest. Your body needs that rest, recuperate, and then try again. So after undergoing a miscarriage and undergoing various cycle of IVF, negative that wasn't successful, it was almost making me so angry. And finally, when I was deciding to go to India to do my treatment and all that, my parent-in-laws passed away in an accident, and it was truly a big loss. All right, and not only that, I prayed into so many temples, name it, whether it's in Malaysia or in India, everything got covered. I think every time you tell someone that you are trying to conceive, they will give you a list of temples, a list of things to do, like eat that umbilical stump with a banana, do this, do that, so many things. Trust me, I've actually tried all this, right? It's very stressful because none of this actually has a scientific reason behind it. This is not proven to be positive. Let's also talk about the community that puts the value of women in whether she can actually carry a child or not, and sidelines women who aren't pregnant, who are not conceiving at the first year of their marriage, right? Sometimes some people take the choices that the child can wait while we stabilize our relationship or the financial core of the relation, and that is an absolute decision of the couples. And I hope that the community will be more mindful of asking. Sometimes it hurts me that people want to know about a private matter that is within four walls in the bedroom, but they dismiss when domestic violence is just happening, and they all want to wash their hands off and say that is a family problem. It is the private matter that we all should learn to stay away from. I had a whole list of temples that I supposed to visit, and then after I had my miscarriage, I just dismissed all these temples. I said I'm not going to go to any temple and vow anymore, until the last temple that I went was like a Maran temple, the Murugan temple. I said, okay, fine, this is going to be my last vow, and if I'm going to conceive, I will bald my head. And that was the last that I actually vowed. A few months after that, my parent-in-laws also passed away in an accident. And when I went on to do my treatment in India at that point of time, I conceived twins. So if you're going to ask me whether it's a medical therapy technology that's going to work, or it's the God that's going to help you, or is it a blessing of your loved ones and your ancestors, I don't know which to tell you, but I want you to know that if it's going to happen, it will happen. Do not push yourself too hard, right? I know it's painful, especially today as we celebrate the Mother's Day. I feel you, but you are not a failure. And I just want you to know that some of us are mothers because we carry the child in our womb. Some of you carry the child in your heart and your head even before it's born. All of you are mothers, and I wish you a happy, happy Mother's Day. You are worthy, and never, never doubt yourself. Thank you.